for 1 or 2 minutes more for more people to join, okay? Then we can start, Anuradha, because it's just now, it is 4.
Yeah. We are live now. We are live now.
Okay, so
Thank you.
now I think we should start right so that we have more time for Dr. Swati Bhave to speak. Okay? Anuradha, let's start.
Anuradha ma'am, please start.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Women Pediatrician Forum in this WPF Icon Series 3. It is my immense pleasure and honor to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Swati Bhave.
Anuradha, you are mute.
Anuradha ma'am, kindly unmute yourself.
Unmute,
Anuradha
please.
madam. I think she has lost the connection.
She's lost the connection.
Yeah.
Ah,
she's back. She's back. Yeah. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you are audible and start again, please.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Women Pediatrician Forum in this WPF Icon Series 3. It is my immense pleasure and honor to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Swati Bhave, an extraordinary personality, visionary leader, and one of the most respected icon in field of pediatrics. Dr. Swati Bhave ma'am has dedicated her life to the advancing adolescent health, child well-being, and preventive pediatrics. In her career of more than half of the century, she has reached up to the highest post in pediatrics, that is President of the Millennium Year 2000. A pioneer in adolescent health, she has represented India in several national and international platforms, including WHO Technical Steering Committee on Child and Adolescent Health and International Associations of Adolescent Health. For WPF, her journey is truly inspiring. She's been patron of WPF since starting. Due to her untiring efforts, there was birth of WPF in year 2016. Then it was named Women's Wing, and now she has become the chairperson, advisor, patron, and continues to guide us, enlighten us for the coming years. With this, I invite our chairperson, Dr. Madhu Raturi ma'am, for her welcome address.
Good afternoon, good evening, dear friends and colleagues. So today I welcome you all on behalf of Team Women Pediatrician Forum 2026-27. And you know, some lives are there who just don't inspire. Rather, they can transform the way we think and lead our lives. So today we are here to witness the life of a legend, the journey of a legend's journey of resilience, purpose, and grace. And the lessons she learned, she is going to pour her heart. The lesson she learned through her twists and turns of her life. So, a few lines I'm saying about जिंदगी में कितना आपको वक्त मिला है वो मीनिंगफुल नहीं होता. मेरी कविता की कुछ लाइन है. सवाल ये नहीं है कि कितने मिले हैं दिन. सवाल ये नहीं है कि कितने मिले हैं दिन. सवाल ये है कि कैसे बिताई पलछिन. होठों पे हंसी, मन में उमंग. जीवन को रखें सार्थक खुश रंग. मिले परिजनों मित्रों का संग. मन में है प्रार्थना हर पल खास रहे. ईश्वर से यही अरदास रहे. तो कुछ इस तरह की ही जिंदगी उन्होंने जी है, जीवन को खुश रंग और सार्थक रखते हुए. नाउ ओवर टू डॉक्टर Anuradha for introducing the legends. Let us listen to them.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dr. Sangeeta Lodha, ma'am, would you like to say a few words about WPF Icon Series?
I just want to say only a few words. First of all, good evening, everyone. I warmly welcome you all to WPF Icon Series 3. 2 years back, we started the WPF Icon Series with a simple vision to bring the extraordinary journeys of the inspiring personalities to our members, not just to celebrate their achievements, but to understand the values, struggles, resilience, and the life lessons that shaped their success. Every icon has a story beyond awards and accolades, a story of perseverance, compensation, compassion, leadership, and purpose. Through this conversation, we hope to inspire pediatricians, young doctors, and healthcare professionals to learn from the experience of those who have made a lasting impact on society. Today, we are truly privileged to have with us Dr. Swati Bhave ma'am, whose remarkable contributions to pediatrics and adolescent health have inspired generations. We look forward to hearing about her life journey, the challenges she overcome, and the lessons that contribute to guide her in her journey throughout. I sincerely thank all our members and participants for being part of this inspiring journey. Let us now begin another memorable episode of WPF Icon Series 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. To conduct today's session, we are having a brilliant moderator, Dr. Aarti Kinikar ma'am. Dr. Aarti ma'am is professor and head of the department at BJ Medical College, Pune, and she is attached to Sassoon General Hospital also. She is a vice dean at her college with more than 40 years of teaching experience. She's been the honorary secretary of Human Milk Bank Association of India between 2021 and 2023. She's been awarded FIAP in 2023 and Lokmat Maharashtrian Award for 2026. With more than 250 publications in various indexed journals, she has multiple research awards on her name. She started DM neonatology course in her department 3 years back and has patent for low-cost ventilatory circuits. So many accolades on her name. I'm not able to describe each and everyone. With this, over to you, Aarti ma'am, for conduction of the session.
Thank you, Dr. Anuradha. And I thank Dr. Madhu Raturi Madam, our chairman of WPF, and I welcome all the dignitaries on this virtual platform who are here to listen to Dr. Swati Bhave Madam. Madam's biodata, if you go through, of her professional work over the last 5 decades is too vast, and we cannot capture it in the next 40 or 50 minutes. So this time, with due permission from our chairperson, Dr. Madhu Madam, we have changed the format a little bit. And Madam's the entire achievements of 5 decades have been converted into a slide PDF, which was circulated on our group in the afternoon, and will be put in the chat box as well. So everybody can download it, have a leisurely look at it, and then be inspired by what Madam has achieved. So everyone here knows about her professional achievement, so we'll be very briefly touching on it. But today we have gathered here to listen from Madam how she has walked around on this path of last 5 decades with all the twists, turns, everything. So first of all, I thank ma'am to give me this opportunity to have a conversation with you. And I'm sure we all are going to be inspired by all these, just listening to you. Now, when I was interacting with you, I thought rather than just dwelling on the awards, the achievements, which most of our members know, we should look at the achievements along with your adaptability and the wisdom behind every twist and turn, which you converted into an opportunity. Just a few months ago, you have published your Marathi autobiography. I have gone through it, and the English version is about to come in the next few months. And I'm sure everybody is going to enjoy that as well. So, ma'am, last few weeks, we both of us have been talking with each other. And when I went to your biography, I realized that the unique strength in your life journey has been your resilience and adaptability. You have achieved various remarkable milestones despite two major stumbling blocks. Like everybody has a stumbling block, but they get over it. But your two stumbling blocks I want to start with. And if you permit me, I am going to start asking you a little bit of your life's first stumbling block. And that is the one that you have been repeatedly relocated at many places, traveled all over India, abroad, and still you could manage to be the best at whatever you did and whichever place you were. So, ma'am, can you just tell our young pediatricians and the WPF members of this journey where you visited so many places and were always at the best and giving it to the society what you could? So, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aarti. First of all, let me thank you for agreeing to moderate the session. It's a great honor. And I would also like to thank WPF, Chairman Madhu Rathori, Anuradha, Sangeeta, and the OB team for having given me this opportunity in this icon series to share my life. Coming to a question about relocations, my relocations is part of my love story. It was a choice. When I met my husband in college, I was only 15 and he was 18. He was aspiring to be an IS officer and I wanted to be a doctor. There are many professional couples who beautifully manage their professional career and also staying apart when needed. But I think we were made out to be different. We tried it twice, immediately after marriage in my post graduation, and once when he was collector. And we realized that for us, this is not a cup of tea. We felt incompatible with each other. And for us, marriage meant being together always. And hence, compared to his IS career, I felt my medical career is more flexi, more adaptable. So I decided to join him wherever he went. Since I was a gold medalist, my family, including my parents, were rather upset because they thought that I'm destroying my career. But I didn't feel this was a sacrifice because it was a choice. And once you make a choice, the word sacrifice doesn't enter. And I changed my mindset. Like we know the famous quote that happiness is not getting what you want, but happiness is finding joy in whatever you get. So I left it to God that He will help me wherever I relocate. So everywhere I relocated, I had to leave the project I was doing. I had to leave the specialty which I was doing. I had to leave my familiar surroundings, institutions. But then I changed my mindset and thank God that He's giving me an opportunity to enrich my life. How many people stay in 6 cities, 4 medical colleges, 5 corporate hospitals? And I think that enriched me and made me a better person. And I also had to reinvent myself at every place. So it was like a new avatar. And I jokingly say that I never got bored of myself because every time I met a new Swati, a new avatar, because I had to reinvent myself. So the relocation, I took it more as a challenge and enjoyment rather than disruption of my career.
So thank you, madam. I think so. The main thing is every location you reinvented one Dr. Swati Bhave. And my message would be looking at you that you may move very often from places to places. We have Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar here also, and she has also been moving around. But if your foundation is very good and strong, then you will thrive everywhere, whether you are up in the mountains, the hills, or anywhere, but you have excelled everywhere. So, move often, you build some strong foundation, and you thrive everywhere. So, that I think is a message from my side that moving people also can do excellent in their work. So, don't be afraid of moving places and relocating.
Aarti, I
But
jokingly say
coming,
I must be the only IIP member who is life
huh,
member of 3 branches, Pune, Delhi, and
okay.
Mumbai, Delhi, and now Pune.
Oh God. So that is wonderful. So coming to the next block, actually many may not know about it, madam, where people very close to you know that you have been with all these journey of yours of 5 decades, you have also been battling with a health issue, and that is an autoimmune disease for last 60 years. how did you face it always? Because I have always seen you since I first met you in Grand Medical College, a smiling lady. And what is your philosophy? Whether your first block was based on this 60 years of battling a autoimmune disorder. So we'd like to hear about it, ma'am.
Yes, Aarti. Autoimmune disease has been my lifelong companion for last 60 years, unwanted, but a lifelong companion. It entered my life as arthritis when I was only 14 years old and sports captain in Nagpur school. And when I got this diagnosis, like any human being, I first asked, why me? And my father, who was professor of medicine, he sat and gave me one mantra, which is my philosophy of life. He said, Swati, life is like a game of bridge. You cannot decide what cards are dealt to you, but you certainly can decide how to play the best game with the cards in your hand. And once I decided to do that, I decided that I will take my life as an obstacle journey, facing each obstacle with a positive mindset. My dad had always the latest Harrison's textbook on his table, and at the age of 14, whatever was available that time, I read up all about autoimmune disease and arthritis, and I knew what is my journey. I asked my father all the queries. He truthfully answered everything, including a prognosis. At the age of 3 years, I'd announced I'll be a doctor. But now my father tried to persuade me that this will be a hard journey, and why don't you be a microbiologist or a scientist instead? And I said, I'm all the more determined now to be a doctor patient and not sit on the other side of the table as only a patient. And hence, we all know the power of mind and body connection. So I decided that I will not have any negative thoughts which will always trigger my autoimmune disease. And so I decided to keep a very positive mindset. And so instead of counting my problems every morning, I count my blessings. I'm a doctor, so I'm able to treat my medicine, treat myself much better than an ordinary patient, compliance and monitoring. I have the finances to afford all the best of doctors and investigations. I have a wonderful family support. My husband is like a rock behind me. My family is always there. And more important, in addition to all this, I have a huge social network. I have friends not only from India but from abroad, and many of them are really close friends, right from IAP to AHA to WPF and now AKI. So whenever I feel low, I always have somebody who will say, or when I get admitted, when I have my surgery, I have phone calls who will say, Swati, don't worry, you're a fighter. I'm sure this too will pass and you will come out a winner. And I think all this has helped me, and especially last 5 years have been very hard. My heart is now badly damaged. So I had two cardiac surgeries, I had two eye surgeries, I had 3, 4 multiple admissions. Every month I've been monitored, but it doesn't matter because I'm still mobile. And when I look at other people who have far more worse diseases, cancer, that motivates me that I'm not that bad. I'm okay. And I pull on.
Ma'am, I think so. Listening just to that with a smile on your face still after going through all these things tells a lot about your attitude also. And what I feel that you have been living with a purpose in life, surrounded by the friends, the family. And your father, I think so, is the one who has motivated you along with family. And we cannot forget Dr. Yashwant sir. I think so. That strong bond is making you heal with the hope that they are always there, friends, family, and everybody around you. But we want you to just keep smiling, and I think you will do very well. And this obstacle also will go. And probably this obstacle helped you when you relocated to so many places. You just wanted to excel in whatever you did, and when I look back at your IAP posts which you have held, you have developed wherever you went, you are an expert. Like I'll just tell the audience, it is child and adolescent health, medical informatics. Like when the computers first came, you opened up a IAP subchapter. Then it was vaccinology, pulmonology, new chapters on environmental medicine, lactation, disaster management, and now you have zeroed down onto the adolescent health. And some of you, the audience may not know, you are also a speaker, motivational speaker for the corporates. you do take sessions by visiting various corporate offices. Now, can you share with us all these multifacets of yours? And then how did you decide that I have to now concentrate on the adolescent health, ma'am?
Yeah. So, Aarti, I always give lectures to people and mentoring that if you want to be successful in life, you must have a smart goal, you must plan your life, and you must look at yourself every 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. But unfortunately, I could never practice what I preached. So, my every specialty was not out of choice, but it was what was available at that time. And the limitations of my health and relocations. For example, I started as a neonatologist and a lactation counselor, but with my health, I had to give up NICU. Then when I came back from America, I was trained in artificial intelligence. Those days, I had worked on an AI decision model system. I worked on 5 years, but at that time, AI was not a buzzword in medicine. So I realized there's not much future. So I decided to concentrate on clinical subjects. So vaccinology, it was my favorite, and I'm the honor of being the co-editor of the first text edition of the guidelines of immunization of IAP, which is so popular. Then I did pulmonology. I've done a lot of work on asthma. I have been an intensivist. I did PALS. I was a national PALS coordinator. I did infectious diseases. But these were all clinical subjects. And in when I left government service, it was not easy. I wanted to become a dean like my father, but I had to leave it again because of frequent transfers. And I joined Bombay Hospital, where I was a clinical practitioner as well as a professor. So when Yashwant relocated in 2000 to Delhi, I had to decide to go with him. And so I had to leave all this and go to Delhi. I thought it's only for 5 years, so I didn't want to start clinical practice and come back to Bombay. It stretched to 15 years. So I decided now not to do clinical pediatric practice, which was a very heavy decision. But more than my health and the relocation, what decided was my young son. We four were staying together in Bombay. In 2001, my husband shifted to Delhi. My older son shifted to USA. And when I told my younger son, who was just 17 and entering engineering college, that you're also going to leave me alone here and go with my father. And with a very sad face, he asked my husband, Ki, Papa, you have mummy all your life. Can't you spare her for 4 years to stay with me? Because I'll also go to USA and I want my mom. That time I realized that adolescent is a very vulnerable period. And 17 to 21, I didn't want to leave my son alone in Bombay. So I promised him that I will not practice in Delhi, so I'll be more flexible. And I'll live between two cities, that is Bombay and Delhi, which I did. So for 4 years, there was no question of doing anything but just marketing. And in a jocular way, I used to do a lot of international flights that way. And very often on the return flight, I used to have like this identity crisis. Am I going back to Bombay or am I going back to Delhi? And once in UK, I stood in the wrong line for 20 minutes and I realized in time and I went to the other side to board. So then I came to Delhi now, and the 5 years stretched more. By now, I had lost my touch of clinical pediatric practice, have not done it for 4 years. And I also had health issues. So I decided now to reinvent myself. So I went abroad at the age of 50 and I did 3 courses: disaster management, environment medicine, and adolescent. I worked in disaster for 5 years, but I did a lot of training. But to be a disaster expert, you must go to disaster areas. And with my health, I could not go to disaster areas. So I left that. Environment is still my passion, which I continue. And adolescent health, because I had a wonderful adolescent, 2 children growing up was fun. I wanted to make adolescent a joyful experience for other parents also. And adolescent is very multidimensional. It has physical, mental, psychological, emotional, social issues. And I was doing adolescence in 1984. My first research papers in JJ were on adolescent, and I ran an adolescent clinic in JJ. So then I decided this is going to be my passion. And so last 26 years, I am now stuck to adolescent medicine.
So all this whole journey talks about so many facets of your professional as well as what made you. So it's the children who actually helped you decide that it's time to settle down for adolescent health and help other adolescents. So one thing I wanted to know that you didn't stop at just doing adolescent practice, but you opened an NGO, madam,
Yeah.
called Aki, where I am also a part of it whenever I get time. So it's an association of adolescent and childcare in India. And just a week ago, the 19th birthday was celebrated of Aki. Can you tell us that once you formed it, what was the reason? Because adolescent you have been doing for 26 years, and then you decided it's time that I start an NGO where you got all people together. And that is where your teamwork we see very often. So, can you talk a little bit about your NGO and how it came and how it flourished and at what stage it is today?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, Aarti, when I went to Delhi, I didn't have any idea of NGO when I was staying in Bombay. And NGO has a lot of negativity also that, FCRA and grants and etc. etc. But when I went to Delhi, I had an occasion to work with a lot of NGOs. I also worked with WHO, UNICEF and ministries, and I found how much they value contribution of NGO. And I think each one of us, Maslow's hierarchy, we come to a stage when you have achieved a lot of success. You come to a stage called self actualization, where now success doesn't matter, you want to give back to society. And I think I reached that stage very early at 55 years. And I felt that now I have enough success. Let me do something worthwhile, significant contribution to society. And that's why in 2007, I started Aki. I didn't want it to be a routine NGO, which has a lot of funding, grants, full time staff. I decided to start it on the principle of volunteerism. When I was in America, I found a lot of people volunteer their time every week for good causes. And I wanted to have this without any monetary remuneration for people who genuinely believe that they can do something good in society and give their voluntary hours. When I started this module, people told me, Swati, this is not going to work out. This is a altruistic thing, which I said, no, but I'm going to take it as a challenge. So I started a center in Bombay with 20 people. And I'm very lucky that many people joined me. So I had so many Aki volunteers, my students, my mentors, my colleagues, and the volunteers' families as grandparents and parents. And what makes me happy is that when we train Aki volunteers and we mentor them, and then they go out into the community and they get satisfaction that, ma'am, thank you for giving this opportunity. We are enjoying so much this community service. I really feel that as a single person, I could touch few lives, but motivating these volunteers, making them enjoy doing something for the community gives a tremendous joy. And then I get people who promote me. Madhuri Kanitkar is here. She recommended Aki to the Army Officers Wives Association. And for the last 5 years, we had the fortune to serve our families of our services, that we do parenting programs for all over the country. So thank you, Madhuri. You gave us an Aki platform to work for the armed forces and the services and their families. And this, I hope, will continue. And now Aki in the last 5 years. Yes.
Yes.
And my father was the founder chair, and with my health issues, Yashwant has taken over the chair now. So I have his support, and I've got tremendous support from young people who are members of IAP, AHA, and WPF who are Aki team. So last 5 years, frankly, I'm more of a mentor and a policy maker, and the programs are all run by the Aki family. And I've got these three Murthy, Sandeep Prashant, and Samir Shah, who are really carrying it forward.
There we are, ma'am. Can you all hear me? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah.
You are audible.
Yeah, because I just saw the frame freezing. So I
Yeah.
said, what's gone wrong? So what you mentioned about Aki and when two legends, you and Madhuri Kanitkar, brought together by another Dr. Madhu Raturi, ma'am. Yeah, I think WPF is a platform where people can get together. And what after getting together, what we can do is what we are hearing from Madam. And I've been a part of Aki. And when she talked about mentoring, the whole Aki system is based on mentoring. She just tells us what to do. Of course, she's a master at getting things done, but she just loves mentoring. And she has always been telling us that the greatest achievement for her is not reaching the top, but you also help somebody to get to the top. And that is one of the ways she has been doing is through Aki. So, can you tell us something about this mentoring? Because even NMC has started it, ma'am, in medical colleges. As the first MBBS students come, they are assigned to a mentor. So, there is a teacher, guide, parents, but lot of weightage is given to this mentoring. So, we would like your views and on this, and maybe WPF platform can assign mentors to the newly budding pediatricians who are there. It could be a very good platform for that, ma'am.
Thank
A
you.
little bit about
Yeah,
mentoring.
I think mentoring is in my DNA. My father, who was professor of medicine, he enjoyed mentoring his juniors and the students, and I saw the joy he derived from it. I was very fortunate in getting wonderful mentors. For example, Mrudula Phadke was my professional excellence role model. Armina Fernandez is my mentor for social service. And I was very fortunate that Dr. P.M. Udani, Dr. Amdekar, Dr. R.D. Poddar were mentors not only for my post-graduation, but throughout my IAP. And in IAP, I got mentors like Dr. Benakappa, Dr. RNS, Dr. Parthasati, Dr. Mathur. So, you always give back what you get. And since so many people mentored me and I had that model, mentoring is one of my greatest joys. And Aarti, you're the prime example. When I remember you as a young student in JJ, and when I see your journey, and every time you share an award with me, I feel as if equal happiness that I've got that award. And when I meet your students whom you have mentored, and they tell me, Madam Kinikar did this for me, I feel that legacy is carried forward. And I think that at a time comes that when your success doesn't matter, Ani Guru Peksha Shishya Savai. So when I see the people who I have mentored and they're going so well, that gives me tremendous satisfaction. Because ultimately, success also has its limits. How much personal awards or achievements or publications are there? There's a limit. But if you keep on mentoring people and these people go out and mentor others, you are creating a legacy which goes across generations. So I love mentoring and I hope till the end of my life I'll keep mentoring.
We need you to mentor, madam, and I'm really, really grateful for you being there in my life and my husband as well, Avinash. You
Both
have
of you,
been
I must
mentoring
tell the
both.
audience,
Yeah.
both of them were postgraduates. And for us, it was a very romantic couple. And we enjoyed seeing the romantic journey through the post graduations.
Thank you. So that was a secret all along, ma'am. But now you talked about mentoring on one hand. I want to just change the gears and come to another thing because the title which Madhu Madam and Dr. Sangeeta Madam has given is these are legend leaders. So I want little ideas about it, that what are the qualities you see in a good leader? And you often say that, the success was never yours alone. You always had a team, a group who would support you. So, but I want your views on leadership because today ladies are taking up these positions of leadership. So through our WPF platform, what do you see as the good qualities for a leader to be?
I've always been a people's person and I love to work with people, not over people. Human relationships has given me far more happiness than position or titles. And whenever praised for my achievements, I never forget that it is not my success alone. There's always a team behind you. It's like the parents who nurtured me, the teachers who mentored me, and by Aki success or any success in IAP has always been teamwork. And whenever I see leaders saying, I did this, not giving enough credit to the team, I feel sad because saying we did this is far more satisfying and it is long term. And if you have a team where you respect them, you value them, you make them feel the work is worthwhile, that is leadership. Leadership is not something that I don't want to create my followers. I want to create future leaders. So when I mentor, I'm not creating people who will follow Swati Bhave. I'm creating people who will feel that I also want to be a leader and they will be a leader in their own unique capacity. So my mentorship is to make them develop their potential because very often people who have come to me do not know their own strengths. And then they tell me, ma'am, thank you for believing in me when I did not have confidence or belief in myself. So I think a true leader creates a galaxy of leaders. A true leader creates a second, third, fourth line after them. I don't want to feel that once Swati is gone, nothing is left. No, I've got thousands of people who have trained who will continue the good work after me.
Thank you, ma'am. And I think so, all this which you mentioned, you also showed it to the whole of the IIP team that when you were climbing up the ladder of Indian Academy of Pediatrics, this leadership qualities which you just mentioned actually helped you.
Yeah.
But when you were climbing, you are the only one who held four positions: AAA, then the general secretary, then the treasurer, and then the IAP president, and then the millennium lady, all these. So, did you ever feel that you are breaking all the glasses
Honestly,
of
I
the
was so
ceiling?
busy climbing the ladder that I never realized I'm breaking any glass ceilings. I was just
It's
enjoying every
glassy.
post I got. And I never wanted to
Uh,
prove it because I'm a woman. I enjoyed it being a person. But yes, looking
uh,
back, and especially when I was preparing this infographic for my life
uh,
journey, I
yeah.
realized, yes, I
Mm,
did break a glass ceiling because every post I came was a decade after the last woman. And after me, it
mm,
has taken, unfortunately, I'm not happy about it, 2, 3 decades for another woman to get that posting. So certainly,
mm.
yes, that I did break a lot of glass ceilings, but not with that
Glassy.
aim or intention.
Yeah, but did you ever experience any gender discrimination, which is actually what a lot of people feel about it? So, did you ever feel that
See, a
during
lot
your
of
tenures and your time, that
See, a
that
lot of
period?
women I mentor do complain about gender discrimination. I think I was very fortunate that I also, because in my generation, gender discrimination was common. And I did face some amount of gender discrimination, but I was a very strong person and I had very strong mentors. And these mentors helped me to overcome. And as I told you before, that I never want my autoimmune disease to be triggered. So I let all the
Yeah.
negative emotions go. I only keep the lessons learned. So, what I learned from my gender discrimination is to guide young women in IIP how to overcome if they face gender discrimination. But I've stopped thinking of what I underwent.
Okay, so you just pushed it under the carpet now.
Yes.
But in the year 2000, in your presidential address, actually you put forward the WPF concept that you wanted a women pediatric forum. And in 2016-17, so it's almost 1.5 decade later that the IAP Women's Wing was formed. So, when did you feel that we do need a women's wing over here, and why was it necessary, and why did it take so long?
Yeah.
So, can you just tell us about that little period? No need to go into all the details, but
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a little bit about.
Yeah. So what happened was that while I was climbing the ladder, and when I reached the position, many women came and asked my guidance. And then I realized that, I was extremely fortunate that I got such family support and I got such mentors. And I realized there are many, many women in IAP who have the talent, who have the expertise, but somehow they're not getting the right platform. They require mentoring to come up. So I did not put the idea of a women's wing in my president action plan because I felt women are weak or I felt that there should be women reservation. I just felt that we should have a wing where the senior women who have achieved something mentor the junior women to give them guidance, to give them hope, to give them experience to come up. And men always have a boys' club. And I feel women also need our space. There are certain things only women can connect with each other, give the dopamine, and talking of work-life balance, child rearing. We don't want men around that time when we are discussing all these issues. They're very women-centric. But what happened is there was never a right time and place, and I had tremendous opposition. So one thing I've learned in life, ki don't hit your head against a wall. Wait for the right time and the right opportunity. So I let it go and I said, okay, time will come when the women's wing is formed. And the credit of forming the women's wing goes entirely to Hema Bindu Singh. She persisted in 2015 and she got the EB sanction and the women's wing was born. 2016, it was inaugurated at the Hyderabad Pedicon and I was given the honor of being the founder chair, which I thank her and the EB that time. Now, I realized over the years that IIP Women's Wing is getting a lot of opposition and it was time to do something about it. So, with the help of Madhuri Kanitkar, Sangeeta Yadav, we got together and with Mahima and Sangeeta, we decided to have an independent body so that nobody is going to bully or coerce us. and we will do what we want as an independent body. And that's why the Women's Pediatric Forum was born. It's thanks to all of us working together. And then they honored me by being a patron along with Madhuri, which I enjoy being a patron with her.
Thank you, ma'am. And I think now, subsequently, Dr. Sangeeta Loda, ma'am, Madhu Raturi, madam, and the rest of the WPF will carry on this beautifully in the coming years.
Yes, they're
But
doing a
when you
wonderful
saw,
job.
yes, yeah. So behind every successful women now, usually people will talk that there's a lot of sacrifice and all. I personally don't like that word. So, what word would you choose if you were
You're
asked
right.
about it?
Sacrifice
Why should
deemed it
it
as
be
a,
sacrifice?
I would call it the right choice at the right time and being happy with what you decide. For example, whether you like it or not, a lot of a woman's life goes in nurturing our kids. So when we have a child below 3 years, we have to give time to them. When our children are in 10 and 12, we have to give time to them. But otherwise, we can definitely concentrate on our career. So choosing in your career when to get a little setback and when to go forward, I wouldn't call it a sacrifice. I would just talk it work-life balance, adaptability and flexibility, where you also keep, because see, career is one thing, but ultimately what matters in life is happiness. And happiness is paramount if you have a happy family. So if you can keep a happy family and also have a career, I think that makes a complete woman. Men are not asked about this work-life balance. We are, but since that is the situation, we
Only
have to
women.
learn,
Yeah. Only women are asked this question,
Yeah.
and I was going to ask it to you next, but now I will drop it. But I will just say that when you were in IAP, you were actually balancing between the home, the kids, sir at home, and moving around, as well as the IAP responsibility, and plus your travels also. When you are in IAP, you travel a lot. So, besides what you have mentioned, do you want to add anything else, like what kept that balance over there?
Yeah, I think I learned that lesson from my husband and my two sons. When I was contesting for the president's elect post, they told me you have done enough as a wife and a mother, and don't try to be a superwoman. Now delegate responsibility. So I kept a full-time
Oh,
cook, I kept a housekeeper, and my son and my husband divided the whole responsibility. Who will look after the various things and all? And then I realized, that, yes, I don't have to be a superwoman. I can delegate responsibility without any guilt, and that's why I didn't try to do everything. And in hospital also, I decided what do I enjoy? I enjoy PG teaching. I wanted to go higher up in IAP. I couldn't have done this if I had a roaring practice. So I decided that my practice will be limited. I will not be one of the best practitioners in Mumbai. That was the sacrifice or setback, whatever you want to call it. And I practice only 2 hours a
mhm.
day. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. I stopped my practice at
Okay.
7:30 every evening, and Saturday evening and
Mm.
Sunday I didn't practice. So that was the
Okay.
choice I made, that I reduced my practice, but I enjoyed my
Mm.
IAP and I enjoyed my family.
So that is the balance you made with your right choices at the right time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we have so many women in the Women Pediatric Forum. You have mentored them, some of them, for the last 4 decades or so, in various capacities. So what is the message for them, madam?
Yeah, I would like to give one message that first discover your passion and what are your priorities in life and have a smart goal. Because if you work without passion, you may get success, but you don't get happiness. So try to find out what helps you. And as I already said, in different stages of your life, a woman has to keep changing her priority and she has to make various choices. So plan her life properly, plan your kids properly, have a kid when it is not going to affect your career. Otherwise, what happens is your husband goes ahead and you are stuck with your children, and that makes you feel very frustrated and angry also at your partner. But if you plan a child at a time when you have achieved something in your career, you have got your degrees and you can take a little back seat, then you enjoy motherhood, you don't feel bad about it. The second, have role models, but don't try to copy them, because every woman has her own strength, her personality, her efficiency, her support which she has got. So her life graph is because of her surroundings. So have role models, but don't copy them. Follow your own compass, follow your own graph, and become the best version of yourself. And finally, as I said, that comparison takes away the joy. and takes away your confidence. So you decide what you want to keep, and every year, if you become better than last year, then that's your best achievement.
Yeah. So, yes. So, what you mean that everybody has a potential. They should know what their potential is. What is the genetic material? It's different for different people. So, stop comparison and do what is best for you. So, I would think that is the best message for every one of us here attending today. The last few questions before we have another 5 to 10 minutes, but I will just ask you what motivated you to write the autobiography. You first wrote it in Marathi, and now you want it like you were actually told to write the English version because more people want to know it. So what motivated you to do that? With all your such busy things around you, surrounded, multifaceted things going on. Yes,
Actually,
ma'am.
for the last 5 years, many people have been asking me to write a book about my experiences, but I didn't feel there was anything extraordinary about my life, and I was just procrastinating. But in the last 5 years, when I went through all these serious illnesses, etc., people felt that if I can share my journey, it will inspire people who are with chronic diseases. It will inspire people who are having repeated relocations. So I decided to write the autobiography, not so much to document my achievements, but because that is like a memoir. But I wanted to share that every person has their cross to bear. Every person is going to have obstacles. But how we chart our life, how we overcome the obstacles is very, very important. And as you become older and older, like now I'll be 75 after 6 months. And with your autoimmune diseases, I don't know how long God is going to give me life. So I thought before I pop up, let me just write my memoirs. And that's why I decided to sort of write this. And then I decided to do it in English also. And also, apart from my own life, this autobiography has become very 600 pages because every avatar required a few pages. But what the important thing was, I have also used this autobiography as a thank you letter to each person in my life. My parents who nurtured me, the teachers who mentored me, my husband who was a rock behind me, my family who was always with me, my colleagues and students who walked beside me. I wanted to thank them all, and I've described everybody, the role people had in my life, and even my domestic servants. I've devoted one chapter to them because these are the unseen helpers. And if I didn't have such wonderful domestic servants, I don't think I would have done my profession that well. So this is a thank you letter, a sort of a thank you gratitude. I wanted to thank God. I wanted to give gratitude to the people who helped me. And the last section is all of you who walked beside me, all of you who worked with me, expressing their opinion. And I think that was the best chapter for me because it was like I got tears to my eyes every time I read whatever one of you have written. And I felt that yes, I have lived my life well. And you also asked me, Swati, what do you want to be remembered as? So I don't want to be remembered for my achievements. I don't want my footprints on the sands of success. What I want to be remembered is as a good human being who nurtured and cared for relationships, who helped mentoring people to achieve their best potential, and who helped motivated people to go beyond themselves and do some community work. And if I'm remembered like this in the hearts of the people whose lives I've touched, I think that'll be far more inspiring than what awards I got or what chapters I set up or what institutions I set up.
Hey, thank you, ma'am. I think we have kept you talking for very long. It's nearing to the end of it. So, are you ready for a rapid fire? If you are
Okay.
ready, I'll go ahead. If
Yeah.
not, it won't take longer. Is it okay, Dr. Madhu, madam? So, shall we go for it? Just a few questions. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Sure,
right.
go
So,
ahead,
yeah.
further.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Continue. Enjoying every
So,
moment. Enjoying.
one word for life.
Gratitude.
The whole life. Gratitude, is it? What is the who has been your biggest teacher?
Pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
You've got it. Excellent. Worth remembering it. Biggest strength.
My
The
husband.
strength,
Resilience. And my
resilience.
biggest weakness and strength, perfectionism.
Yeah, we face that every day, madam, when we are interacting with you. Right now, it is the Aki modules. You won't short for 100%. One quality you mentioned about leadership, but if there is one quality which a leader must have, what is it?
Sharing your credit equally.
Credit equally. Very good. And one person, we have heard one person, but who would never, like you wouldn't have succeeded without that person in your life.
My husband Yashwant. Everything
So
what I
if sir is there, say hi to him from here.
Yeah.
So
I think, ma'am, if sir is joined,
yes,
Yeah, I'll just call him once.
yeah,
That answer
if he
reminds
is
me.
you
there,
can switch on his video.
That answer reminds me that
yes,
why
sir.
blame the person? For what she is, why blame the person?
If you are asked between competition and collaboration, what is it going to
Collaboration,
be?
always.
Yeah, and the last question is, what is the happiest day in your life?
2 happiest days. Once when I married Yashwant, and the second when I became a mother.
Wow, that's good. So there we are. So I think we come to the end of this conversation. But I'll just before I hand over, I'll just like to place a few comments on a record that we all heard Dr. Swati Bhave ma'am today. And it just reminds us that leadership is not measured by the titles, the awards, the positions you have held. She has had held multiple positions in various organizations. So it's measured by the number of lives you touch, the courage to keep reinventing oneself, which all of us should learn, especially when we are moving from one place to the other, and the grace and the humbleness after every achievement. So that's what I feel, ma'am, we got from it. And it's not a story of a doctor, though it is a women pediatric forum. Today we witness that it's not a story of a doctor alone, but through your interactions, you are a learner, a healer, a mentor, and above all, a human being who has transformed all the challenges and the obstacles which came in your way. And you converted that into an opportunity for whom? To serve the community at large, the pediatric patients, the adolescents, and all of them. So we just want to thank you and me personally for helping us understand how life should be lived. And this inspiration, I think, for all of us is going to go a long way. I'll request all of the members who are here and those who couldn't join to go through the PowerPoint PPT, which PDF, because that mentions all the achievements professional over the last 5 decades or so. And at the last, after thanking you and Dr. Yashwant sir for giving me this opportunity to interact with you, Madhu madam, Sangeeta Loda madam, and then also Anuradha ma'am, and everybody who is over here. And I'm sure everybody is inspired by this chat we had. And I'll now hand over to Dr. Madhu Madam or Anuradha to take the proceedings forward. And a big thank you to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Dr. Aarti Tinker,
for
ma'am, for
beautifully
beautifully
conducting this
conducting this
difficult
difficult
session.
session. I should
I
say I
couldn't have
couldn't have
done
done
this.
this. Ma'am, Swati ma'am, your inspiring journey continues to motivate us to dream bigger, serve better, and lead life with purpose.
We are deeply honored to have your gracious presence in WPF platform. Thank you. A strong woman not only creates her own destiny, but also gives direction to the countless dreams. This is for you, Swati ma'am. Where excellence is enriched with compassion, a true woman icon is born. That is none other than Dr. Swati Bhave ma'am.
I would like to invite other senior dignitaries who are joined today's program. If they would like to ask something or say something about today's session. Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar, ma'am, our petan. Dr. Madhuri, ma'am.
Dr. Kiran.
No, I
Yes,
think
Dr. Madhuri is there. Yes, yes.
it was such an excellent session. And I feel personally honored to have been so closely associated from my PG days. I mentioned to her during her book launch to all the people who were there that she was someone Sheila and me looked up to. The smart, beautiful pediatrician coming into the ward with such confidence in JJ that we should really look up to her. And it's been such a pleasure to be associated with. Thank you so much, Dr. Swati and Dr. Aarti, for conducting an excellent session.
Thank you, Madhuri. We forgot to add that Madhuri was kind enough to give the foreword to my Marathi book, and her foreword is all there for my English book. I'm really honored to have a foreword for my book. Thank you, Madhuri.
Dr. Asha Ben
I just, yeah,
My
Yeah,
honor.
Dr. Kiran. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to tell everyone in 90s, I was doing child abuse with Dr. R.N. Srivastava. And I used to actually, when I used to speak about child abuse to anyone, they just used to ask me what is child abuse, and I used to end up telling them what is IAP. There was nothing, even a one-page brochure was not there, and I used to plead everyone every president, everyone in the central IAP, please give me something so I can just hand over and I can speak about child abuse to people. So Swati was the one who nobody actually came out with this. She was the one who, when she became president, she brought out a brochure with two-page brochure about IAP. And that helped me a lot, really.
Thank
I
you,
was able
Kiran.
to speak to any.
I always appreciated the work which you did and taking me to the downtrodden, which I had not seen when I was in Bombay. So when you took me to the various centers, my eyes opened and I understood how important it is.
When she was president, do you remember when you became president, you wanted to go about adolescent health, and you came to me, you stayed with me.
Yes.
And we went together
to Prayas. I remember you
I
showed
took
me
you
that.
everywhere
Yes.
where you wanted to. And I remember each sentence actually you were conversing with Dr. K. Suresh and all others wherever you were, how to go about adolescent health, who can be the teachers, because nobody is expert in India on adolescent. So I remember each sentence, how she conversed with organizations.
You took me to a boutique. I still have that salwar kameez which I bought that day.
Yeah,
with
we did
shopping.
shopping together. Yeah.
Dr. Hima
Dr.
Bindu.
Asha.
Dr. Preeti ma'am has raised her hand.
Yes, yes. All the seniors one by one coming up.
Good evening, madam. Thank you for sharing your inspiring journey and thank you for making us a part of your journey. I have known madam, she's my teacher, and whatever I've learned in adolescent health is because of her. And it has been since 2004 that I've been closely associated with her. And I think the greatest thing which I learned from her was imbibing the kind of writing skills that she kind of taught us in a way of making us contribute to her book, the first textbook of adolescent medicine, which is really amongst one of the many pioneering work which she has done. And I think whatever I have learned how to write is thanks to madam and her very strict editing style and correcting us. And I think, well, it pays if you have as she said, she's a perfectionist. I would not really kind of because say, but she makes sure that we give in our best because she puts in her best. So thank you, madam, for being there, for being with us. It has, and I have one question, ma'am, to ask you from your journey. You said that you met Yashwant sir when he was 18 and you were 15. Just curious to know how your family reacted to that.
Yeah, I've devoted a whole
Probably
chapter.
she didn't tell the family.
No,
Yeah,
we
I
told the
wanted to
family
know that.
immediately.
I just
No.
wanted to know that.
No, we both told our families immediately because we're very obedient children and we didn't want to hide anything.
Okay.
And in my chapter, I've written that both our parents are model parents how to handle a romantic relationship of teenagers. They didn't castigate us, they didn't say that we are doing wrong. My father was in Canada that time, and my mother was quite worried. So she wrote to him. So I still preserve that letter which my father wrote that Swati, your mother has written that you're fallen in love. It's a wonderful feeling, and I'm sure you're enjoying it. But right now, your focus has to be your pre-medical because I can't afford donation to get you into a medical college. So if you want to enter a medical college, you have to focus on your studies just now. And so keep your love in cold storage for a year. And I just remember that. And our parents were very, very supportive. And our courtship was under very strict supervision. Our letters were also opened by our parents first. You can't imagine a teenager allowing that now. But my mother opened the letter first of Yashwant and then it was given to me. But we accepted all that because we wanted to remain connected. So my chapter gives the whole details of our romantic life journey from 15. And then I was forced to get married immediately after MBBS because I wanted to finish my MD. And they said, nothing doing, 5 years is too long. We are both conservative Maharashtrian families. So we had to get married. And it was very difficult. Post graduation after marriage is very tough. So I always tell everybody, please finish your post graduation and then get married.
Thank you, ma'am. Looking forward to reading the book and knowing more
Yeah.
in detail. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
But
Dr.
when
Hima
you
Bindu Singh, ma'am?
both of you were getting chance to meet each other
Yeah.
while continuing with your education separately.
Yeah.
Where did you meet?
Thank you.
How frequently you used to meet
We
and
were in
where?
college together for a year. So we were
Okay.
team of debate, badminton, everything we were a team.
Same
How
college.
curious we're all to know about your love life, madam. So very good afternoon. And to Dr. Swati Bhave, madam, Dr. Kiran, Dr. Madhu Raturi, madam, our chairperson, and of course, Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar, madam, Aarti Kanitkar, madam, many of my colleagues and seniors and friends here, Sangeeta and all. Basically, I would like to express my feelings two ways. One, as a woman, and second, of course, as a professional. So both I was inspired by Madam. Personally, when I met her, maybe in the early 2000, 2000, when she came here to take over as a president of IAP to Hyderabad. Then I met her first then. And like everybody, I heard a lot about her, the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful women of IAP that time. So I was looking forward to seeing her. And my people, local people started teasing me. You are another second Swati Bhave. I was feeling so intimidated, very junior that time. I was just assistant professor and Dr. Y.C. Mathur sir, who was an icon of IAP here in Hyderabad. He used to speak very often, very fondly about Madam. So I used to hear a lot of stories about Madam from Sir. And he was also a mentor for me. And of course, later I started imbibing the mentorship of Dr. Swati Bhave Madam. She herself used to guide me many things, including how I should drape a sari. This is very personal. And what type of choice of saris I need to take. I can't forget that. So Madam has taught me many things because I was going up the ladder. And she knows that how we need to behave and the small things she used to tell me. And about leadership, how to take in the opposition, because I was trying to take the post of the president of IAP and I did contest hard many times. But then every time I used to take her advice, even the so-called the speeches which we give before the action the presidential speech. So I used to always show her, Madam, is this all okay? She really used to guide me to that level. Madam, thank you so much. You have groomed me, guided me politically and as a woman too. She also spoke many times to me about my personal life because I had my own ups and downs in my life. So she advised me many things and I used to take some tips from her and including work-life balance and about other things too. Madam, I can't forget that. So this is on a very personal note. And looking at the professional, I used to see how Madam has grown up. And I know, the severe opposition which Madam has mentioned during that 2000 and 2015 when we started the Women's Wing, she was rock bottom support. And under her leadership and Dr. Madhuri Kanitkar Madam, who came later, both chairpersons, I worked with both of them. The first time the women's wing for 4 to 5 years. I worked with them. It was we had very difficult times, but they had stood rock bottom support. Both of them negotiated with the Central IP leadership, and I continue to implement activities. Later, we found Dr. Sangeeta and others to carry on the legacy. Really, I'm so thankful that WPF, now IFWW has taken the shape. And of course, ma'am, and we'll always remain loyal to this organization. And we would love to see the basic why we have formed this organization is basically to connect, not political anything. It's all about connecting, mentoring, supporting each other. This objective will continue. I'm sure this the future people also will continue. Though I'm in the background, always as a backend support, I promise you too, madam, that we will work for you, for your dreams to come true. And it's not that we just want to follow you, but it is we want to follow the objectives of WPF, and you are always been there for all of us. Salutations to you, ma'am. And Dr. Aarti Kanikar, madam, has nicely brought out your life in front of all of us. And, very, very curious to know many questions I too also have, madam, regarding your love life first. And then, of course, your professional, you did tell many things, how you navigated yourself. And you are really an icon. Many of us can become future presidents or future vice presidents or many roles. We are all coming up and we are really helping each other to come up. That is a very good positive thing. But you will remain an icon of IAP, an icon, a woman pediatric icon for all of us. And I really bow down to you. May you be blessed. May you have with all your challenges, you're still being very strong, and many things we are learning from you still. Please still don't stop guiding us, madam. Please be with us. Please keep mentoring and guiding us and be with us. That's all. And we wish you all the very best. And really, and your book is, I think, you have left your footprints, and we will see that you will be most respected person in forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hema. Preeti, you all are right in your own achievements. So just as I feel proud seeing Aarti, I also feel happy seeing what you and Preeti and all have achieved.
Dr. Shailaja, I want to say something about.
Yeah, Shailaja is another one. I'm
Hello.
proud of.
Good evening, madam.
Please unmute yourself.
Amazing speech, interaction, amazingly conducted. Hello? Signal nahi hai kya?
Yes.
Hello? सुनाई पड़ रहा है?
अब yes,
Hello?
yes, now we can hear. Now we can hear.
Yeah. Good evening, respected madam, respected all, respected and dear all. Amazing program conducted by WPF. I congratulate all the office bearers and amazingly conducted also by Aarti madam. Respected and dear Swati Bhave madam is always like a elder sister, mentor, and a legend to follow. And we all are learning so many things from her. And always she is having smiling face. And whenever we speak, communicate with her, there is something to learn from her. And I will just say that we are blessed, madam, to have you in our life. That's it. There are no words how we can express, and wish you all the, already you have achieved many things, but I will like to wish you all the health and happiness and long life. Please keep guiding us. Please keep mentoring all of us. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Shailaja. I am also proud of the way you have helped in Aki. You are with me from 2009 and a lot of Aki's success is you.
Yes. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
I remember and enjoying that disaster management international course you organized.
I had to give it up because I couldn't go in disaster areas, but I enjoyed training while I could.
But that course was really good.
Yeah, thank you.
With international faculty.
Yeah.
So,
Anuradha ma'am, can we go for the vote of thanks?
Yeah.
Madhu ma'am.
Yes,
Shall
I
I
think
speak 2 lines from
everybody enjoyed the moments, and these sessions can go on and go on. These legends, the seniors, we are blessed to have them with us. All the seniors, Dr. Madhuri, both the patrons, Dr. Madhuri and Dr. Swati, we can listen to them and we can soak and learn. there are all seniors like Dr. Kiran always helping, and the juniors, the seniors, you have sown the seed of WPF. So the team has to take it further, and somebody else will come after 1 year. We are all trying our, but I feel it is a very good platform. So thank you so much for doing that. You had the vision, you had the dream 25 years back. Let it be after 10 years, but it is there. So I am thankful to all of you. Thank you very much. Where is
Ma'am,
Alpana? Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Sangeeta, you
Bela,
wanted to say
everyone
something?
please
saw
switch on
Bela
your
on the
camera.
scene.
Sangeeta, you wanted to say something?
But only I want just to give a big salute to her.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everyone
Because-
please switch on your cameras for group photo.
Bela was she's in UAE. Bela, you want to share some experience about working in UAE? Hello.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to
No,
thank
No.
Madhu.
Today,
Hi,
no,
Bela.
that can.
Yeah, I
Hi.
just wanted
Welcome.
to thank.
So
Anybody
that can
wants to
wait.
say
Hi,
something?
hi.
Welcome.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Hi. I said that can wait for another day. But what I want to share today is my experience with Dr. Swati Bhave.
Yes, yes, that is
Like,
why.
yeah, like everyone else, she's been a mentor to me also.
Down.
Like, she's been really an inspiration. Yeah, and when she was in Delhi, so I used to interact with her quite often, whether it was for disaster management or adolescent care or for the TOTs in reproductive care and adolescent care in general. So we attended like a lot of meetings together, and I heard her so many times, like her lectures and everything, and I was always like very impressed. So like today also, like, and she has sent me the copy of her book, so I'm reading that and I'm like getting more and more inspired by her. So it's all been such a joy being associated with her, and I'm so proud to be associated with her in whichever way, whichever little way that I had been. So that's all.
Thank you, Bela.
So
You're
this-
going to UAE has not stopped our friendship. It's continuing over last many years.
Are you
Yeah,
going to come
now
back to India, Bela? Are you going to come back?
Actually, I'm not sure because my daughters are in the US. So, like she said, family comes first. So, anyways, I want to be like close to my daughters. So, I don't know whether I will have to go to the US. I may be one of the very few people who, at this stage of my life, I don't know where exactly I'm going to settle. But most probably, it is going to be in the US and not in India. So, most probably, yeah. Unless
Madhu,
something
I just
disaster or
wanted
something
to,
or whatever.
Madhu, I just wanted to thank you for the beautiful poem which you have contributed in my book. And I got it translated in English also for the English version.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have got
I
a
want to
beautiful
say
name,
two
and
lines in
you
poem
have got a
of
beautiful
Madhu.
name.
So I would like to give the
Anybody
vote of
else
thanks.
wants to share something? Anybody else? Please welcome. Dr. Geeta is there. Dr. Sumita.
Before vote of thanks, let's have a group photo.
Can I talk
Okay.
about madam? I think a simple words. I think I'm a very small person to describe madam, but I was so impressed by madam, and I was very lucky in 2016 when Himabindu had, I think WPF was done. I was there. There were very few people. We were in a procession, and we remember that photo is still there with me. And madam gets connected so fast, and that energy is also so tremendous energy. I just asked madam, I think madam, I should be allowed to talk. I asked madam, your hair color is so different every time it is changing. Madam told I get it done in a beauty parlor. Such a lady of that cadre talking to me like this. I was so impressed. And she doesn't have hair, any work. I still remember that 360-degree IAP pediatric guidelines. Madam did so fast review. Otherwise, we know that when you go to the bigger level people, uh, I experience myself, it is so difficult to get the things done. But madam has never, for our book also IPH, a textbook, and madam was always supportive. And she never gets into negative energy or talks negative about anyone. That is the thing I still, I think talking to madam itself, sometimes I think because of her ill health, we can't talk that frequently. But whenever I get opportunity, I like to talk to her. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Geeta. You have also done very well in your career. You are doing very well in IAP. I appreciate that.
ये इजिट लेडी है, सबसे स्मार्ट यही लगती
Thank you.
है। अनुराधा,
Thank you,
Alpana,
Madhu
जी
madam.
मैम जी
now I
I for the
believe.
vote of thanks.
Yes, yes. Anuradha,
A very
Yes,
good
ma'am.
evening. I take this
Alpana,
opportunity.
Alpana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I take this opportunity on behalf of WPF to give the vote of thanks. A big thank you, ma'am, Swati ma'am, our icon, Dr. Swati Bhave ma'am, for the excellent insight of your journey, which was not easy as it appears today. You have crossed so many hurdles, which again give us motivation to work on our path relentlessly, ma'am. Thank you so much. Another big thank you to Dr. Aarti ma'am, who was a wonderful moderator, which uncovered all the pages of ma'am's life with a big smile. And of course, a big thank you to our seniors, without whom the program would not be so wonderful, for their time, and all those friends who have joined us and have spared their time for this interesting webinar today. A very big thank you from the whole WPF.
मैम दो लाइंस बोलना चाहती हूँ स्वाति मैम के लिए, मैंने क्रिएट की है।
Yes, yes, for sure.
नारी जब संकल्प लेती है, इतिहास नया रचती है। चिकित्सा की राह को सेवा से सजा देती है। ज्ञान, करुणा और कर्म का अद्भुत है उसका मान। ऐसी महिला आइकॉन को शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम।
Thank you.
Good.
हेलो,
Excellent.
एज आई टॉक टू स्वाति मैम, मैं आपके बारे में मराठी में कुछ बोलूंगी, लेकिन मेरा एक्सेंट नहीं बन पाया। आई एम सॉरी मैम।
No problem. Hindi is our Rashtrabhasha, so it's nice.
Pick ले लिया
मैं
अनुराधा मैम,
मराठी
pick ले
में
लिया
बोलना चाहती थी आपके लिए, बट
अनुराधा मैम, pick ले लिया
कैसे हो
आपने,
रहा है? हाँ?
pick
Echo?
ले लिया है ना अनुराधा मैम आपने?
yes ma'am, please everyone please switch on your cameras. We can have a group photo. Thank you so much. And also I would like to invite all of you to our next webinar on 30th of July about the diarrhea in monsoon season. Illnesses related to diarrhea by Women's Wing Madhya Pradesh. WPF and Dr. Alpana ma'am will be actively leading the session.
Everyone please join our session on 30th July 4 to 5. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Aarti, for really moderating it beautifully. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for giving